In this short lesson, we're going to have a look at an integration problem for kinematics in 2 dimensions with variable acceleration, and just extend it from the differentiation problems we've already done and the one-dimensional integration and differentiation problems that you've done previously. So first of all, let's just do once again a quick recap of the hierarchy of displacement, velocity and acceleration. So displacement, velocity, acceleration. So to get from displacement to velocity, well, velocity is the rate of change of displacement, so we differentiate with respect to time. Likewise, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity, so differentiate with respect to time. Now going backwards, we simply do the opposite of differentiation, we integrate. But the main problem that you'll encounter is with the unknown constant. If you are going to make a mistake, I would put money on the fact that it would be when you integrate, you forget to put the plus c. So let's do an example and really emphasize the importance of that plus c. So here's a question here. A particle P has velocity v meters per second at time t seconds, where v is 4t cubed I plus 5j. I and j here are perpendicular unit vectors. At time t equals 1, P is at a point with position vector 6i minus 2j meters. Find the position vector of P at time t. So what I always like to do is write these in column vector format. So we know that the velocity v is equal to 4t cubed 5 meters per second. Now, if we want to find position from that, which often is denoted by r or can be denoted by s as well, it's the integral of velocity with respect to time. And what we're going to do, we're going to integrate each component of this vector. It's as simple as that. So that becomes 4t to the 4 over 4, which is just t to the 4, and 5t on the bottom. But you must not forget the plus c, the constant of integration. But in this case, we're going to underline c, because c isn't just a number anymore. C is actually a vector. It has 2 components. It has a top component, an I component, and a bottom component, a j component. And we denote that by underlining it. So we're acknowledging that c has 2 components. Right, so now it says when t equals 1, the position of the particle is 6 minus 2, like that. So if we sub that in now, we can find the value of c. So that means that 6 minus 2 equals, and then we've got 1 to the 4, 5 lots of 1, plus c. Mustn't forget to underline it because it's a vector. And that means that c equals, well, if we subtract this from both sides, I get 6 take 1 on the top, which is 5, and minus 2 take 5 on the bottom, which is minus 7, just like that there. Therefore, now I can say that the position vector at time t is equal to t to the 4, 5t, plus 5 minus 7, and there we have it. Or we could combine it with a single vector, t to the 4 plus 5 on the top, 5t minus 7 on the bottom, and that's meters. Or if we wanted to, we could give it an ij format as well. T to the 4 plus 5i plus 5t minus 7j meters. Either way, it works. So that's basically all there is to it. There's not much more of an extension than we've already done. So I think just have a go at the questions. Make sure you're absolutely familiar with this. Repetition, repetition, repetition is the key. And make sure you check every answer along the way.